we can use the idea of finding components to look at the forces on a slope. The weight acts vertically down the way, but the components are down the slope and into the slope. Now if we consider the angle of the slope, usually that would be measured down at the bottom of the slope here. But when we're resolving a vector into components, we're interested in the angle beside the actual resultant vector mg here. Now a wee bit of geometry will show you if that's theta there, then that's 90 degrees in there. It's between vertical weight and the horizontal line that we've drawn in. Then that angle up there must be 90 minus theta. And because that's the right angle between the two components, then all of that angle is 90, so that must be theta. So now we can find the components using our standard mg cos theta for the adjacent component and mg sin theta for the opposite component, which is a component acting down the slope and the one that we're more often than not interested in. The mg cos theta component is asked about very occasionally though. If we then start to consider the other forces acting, then we might have frictional forces acting up the slope, and so it would be the interaction between the mg sin theta and the frictional forces that would control the acceleration. So the acceleration is proportional to sin theta.